I arrived in Finland in the middle of April, and my very first day in the country, our plane arrived later in that night, and so we got to our mission president's house, and the mission president's wife fixed us a meal, and then we had interviews with our mission president so that he could get to know us and get to know where the Spirit wanted to send us. And so we were all interviewing, and it was my companion and I, and then we were in a group with 12 elders. And so we were all just waiting for our interviews, and there's a piano there, so I was playing the piano since I like to play the piano. And after that next day, we got to see all the trainers, and it was so exciting to think that, oh my word, these people I'm going to be spending the next month, a couple months with, that I'm going to be able to learn from them and learn from their experiences. And we almost revered them as these heroes of sorts because they were our trainers. And the first week, that's what it felt like. I felt like I was in a dream. And just being in Finland, and I never even imagined myself going to Finland before. And so just walking around the streets and seeing the signs, seeing the people, seeing just everything around me, I felt like I was walking in a dream. And then hearing a language that I had never even heard before, I felt that I just didn't know what to do. I was so excited, and I was just excited to go out there and make new friends and just have a wonderful adventure.
So I arrived in Finland. I think we flew out from the MTC on December 4th. With the time change, that made it December 5th by the time I arrived in country. In Finland, the winter is very dark and very cold. It's in December, there's only about 4 hours of daylight. It's way up far north. So when I got to Finland, I got there in the worst part of the year. The worst part of the year for Finland is late November and early December. When it's your darkest time of the year, you're headed into the darkest time of the year. It's cold, it might be snowing, but if it's not cold enough, it might just be sleeting and slush. It wasn't the happiest time of my mission when I arrived. But the summer in Finland is worth everything you go through in the winter. So if you're arriving in the summer, congratulations, got there in the best time, and you're in for it. If you arrive there in the winter, things will get better, I promise. But even in the winter, if you take care of yourself, you'll be fine. If you make sure that you're exercising, eating correctly, getting enough vitamin D is absolutely essential. When you don't have sun, you don't get as much vitamin D, and it really affects how you're able to, regulate your mood, right? So if you want to avoid the depression or the really low feelings of being in a dark, cold place, just take care of yourself, and you'll find that you'll be able to deal with it. And really, anything can be handled by a good pair of shoes and a good coat. So always have those when you're in Finland.
I was so excited. I mean, so I'm jumping back to the pre-mission real quick. I obviously knew nothing about Finland before I went. Besides, I did watch the Olympics and knew they were good at cross-country skiing and hockey. That was about it. Otherwise, I didn't know anything about Finland. And so I was so anxious and excited to get to Finland. Obviously, it's a super long flight there, and it's just very exciting just to talk to everybody. You're just so excited to preach the gospel and speak in our language. And that's something that as a missionary you want to keep up the whole entire time, of course. But yeah, first day, I remember getting there, you fly into Helsinki. I mean, obviously, it's just a big blur because you don't know what's going on. You can't read any signs, and people are speaking a strange language. But besides that, you just go to the Maestrit, get everything set away and squared away, and they take care of you. The mission knows exactly what you need, and you're going to be there and then meet the missionaries that are leaving, missionaries that are going to be training you, have meetings, learn about some of the things that are what's unique to Finland, and you'll be trained on all that your first 2 days, and then you'll be set off to your city, wherever that may be, with your new companion. And so, but it was very exciting and exhilarating. And so, but yeah, as far as Finland goes, it's very, yeah, it's a gorgeous place, and so very safe too.